7 weather with meteorologist Vivian Gonzalez.
Good morning, South Florida. We're waking up to periods of clouds still streaming in across the region. Some of those clouds could squeeze out a few isolated sprinkles, but that's pretty much it. In Broward County, that's where we're actually seeing some activity at this time. So if it takes you through the Turnpike and in Tamarack and even the Sawgrass Expressway, seeing some very light drizzles. Also in Davie, Cooper City, heading into Miramar and I-75. In Miami-Dade County, we have a few drizzles around Hialeah, and that's pretty much it. Even the Florida Keys mostly dry. Temperatures low to mid 70s to start things off. Fort Lauderdale and Miami at 74. 75 from Key Largo to Key West. The wind will be mainly out of the east-northeast today and a lot lighter than in recent days. Our forecasters call for it to be a humid one with plenty of clouds around. The occasional shower possible, but the chance for rain only at a 20%. Our best chance this week will be tomorrow with a little more moisture around moving in along the breeze. But again, clouds will still be in place across South Florida. It does look like heading into the upcoming weekend, high pressure starts to break down and it opens up the avenue for a much stronger cold front to move into the eastern half of the country. So ahead, it will be very warm. And on Saturday, we're going to be flirting with record high temperatures. But long range model runs suggesting that this next front could bring us the coolest air so far this season. And as far as the tropics are concerned, very quiet out there, not following any areas for development. We don't have any boating advisories in effect. Threat of rip currents moderate at area beaches, seas building 2 to 3 feet. For the Florida Keys, light to a moderate chop, and we'll have high tide in the 8 o'clock hour for Fort Lauderdale and Miami. So look for limited sunshine, a passing sprinkle. Temperatures ranging between 84 and 81 degrees. Heading into tonight, mostly cloudy. It's looking dry with lows in the low to mid 70s. But check out your extended outlook, South Florida. We'll have more sunshine over the weekend. We'll heat up with highs above average in the upper 80s. The next week rolls around. Cold front crosses through on Monday, setting the stage for temperatures around mainland South Florida to drop down into the 50s. Some models are even going with the lower 50s, but right now going with the upper 50s to start off Veterans Day. And that's your 7 on 7 forecast.
7 weather with meteorologist Erika Delgado.
All right, South Florida, we've been noticing a lot of cloud cover across the area, and despite that, our temperatures have warmed to the upper 70s. We're at 79 in Miami as well as in Pembroke Pines, 78 Fort Lauderdale and Key West, 77 in Opa-locka, and 76 in Pompano Beach. We have a wind right now for our mainland that's out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour. That will be veering out of the northeast later today. We already have a northeast wind for the Florida Keys. We have a lot of cloud cover for all of South Florida, though. We have been mostly dry other than maybe a sprinkle. We've seen a few of those push through Broward County. We have a few more of those showers approaching the middle to upper Keys as they drift southwest across the Florida Straits. And really, we're not expecting a whole lot as far as rainfall today. Some areas could see a spotty shower here and there. More than anything, we're seeing it in the form of cloud cover. And by it, I mean moisture that's been increasing from the Gulf waters. As we work our way through tomorrow, though, the old front that came through earlier in the week will begin to lift a little more towards the north, bringing more moisture with it. So we're expecting a few more showers come Friday afternoon into Friday evening. Eventually, all of that moisture moves out, and it looks like we'll just be drier for the weekend and still a little more in the way of humid while we wait for our next front that is forecast to reach us on Monday. And what comes behind it will be much cooler conditions, the coolest temperature so far of the season. We have a moderate risk of rip currents across area beaches, but overall conditions offshore are improving. Saltwater flooding still a possibility for Miami-Dade and Broward low-lying coastal areas. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Biscayne Bay a moderate chop. Coastal waters into the Florida Keys a light to moderate chop with also seas decreasing 2 to 3 feet. So overall improving conditions. Now we just had our high tide in Fort Lauderdale and in Miami in the last hour, and so we're probably still seeing some of that saltwater flooding across some of our coastal areas, but that should continue to improve in the next hour or two. We do have a high tide though coming up in the next hour, and that's coming up for Key West at 10:42 this morning. So limited sunshine today. Unfortunately, the clouds, that's the big story. Winds breezy at times, but not as strong as they have been. So you'll notice the difference. And other than a spotty shower or two, I think most of us should be relatively dry. Our high temperatures will be a lot like what we saw yesterday in the mid to mostly lower 80s. Heading into tonight, we keep it cloudy. We'll keep a chance for maybe a passing sprinkle. Temperatures on the mild side, mid to lower 70s. And we'll notice humidity levels climbing. Again, a better chance for showers on Friday. Brighter, finally more sunshine for the weekend, but it will be a lot warmer, possibly even nearing records. And then there's that Monday front bringing possibly 50s widespread by Tuesday morning. That's your 7 on 7.